We're talking about Cody Brown's polygamous family that's been falling apart faster than a house of cards. And right at the center, Robyn Brown, the fourth wife who's been playing a very different game than what she's been telling us. For over a decade, a whole decade, Robyn has been playing this role. The soft-spoken, tearful wife who just wants everyone to get along. She earned the nickname Sob Bin Robyn because the woman cried in practically every confessional. But season 19's tell-all? That was completely different. It's like watching someone's carefully constructed persona just crumble. Live. On television. What we saw wasn't the peacemaker she claimed to be. What we saw was someone who had been benefiting from this messy situation while playing the victim. The audacity. This woman spent years positioning herself as the innocent bystander trying to keep the family together. Meanwhile, she's been living her best life as the obvious favorite wife while the other three women were being emotionally neglected. The tell-all was like watching a masterclass in how not to handle being caught in contradictions. Robyn was stumbling over her words left and right. One minute she's blindsided by the family falling apart. The next minute she saw it coming. Like, girl, which one is it? She claimed to love all the wives while admitting she hadn't spoken to most of them in months. The math isn't matching. Even the host looked confused by these contradictions. When you've got a professional interviewer looking at you like you're speaking in riddles, you've really messed up. Instead of taking any accountability, what does Robyn do? Defaults to her signature move. Tears. Classic deflection, and honestly, it's getting old. Speaking of old, the doll situation. This grown woman spent around $60,000 on her doll collection. When called out, she tried to deny it. While other wives struggled financially, while they dealt with emotional neglect, Robyn was spending mortgage-level money on dolls. The tone deafness is astounding. The moment that had fans losing their minds was when Robyn finally admitted what we've known for years. She's the favorite wife. It all came down to a luggage rack. A luggage rack became the symbol of everything wrong with this family. The host asks, "Do you get the luggage rack?" Robyn's response, "Yes." This is so stupid. The dismissiveness. The complete inability to understand why this mattered to other wives. Did you know this was a pet peeve? I had no idea. How do you have no idea? How do you live in plural marriage for a decade and not notice preferential treatment? Why do you think you get the luggage rack? Maybe I put my luggage up there first, I don't know. It's not like a big thing. It's not a big thing? Girl, it's not about the luggage rack. It's about what it represents. You consistently get better treatment, accommodations, the husband's attention, and act like it's coincidence. This wasn't just admission. It was confirmation. After seasons of watching Cody spend holidays, birthdays, every meaningful moment exclusively with Robyn and her kids, she acknowledged the imbalance was real. That's not favoritism. That's a fundamentally different arrangement. Here's the complicated truth. Robyn might not have set out to destroy this family, but intentions don't erase impact. She walked into a struggling family and came out on top. Got the husband, legal marriage, emotional priority, lion's share of Cody's time. Whether she meant to is irrelevant. What makes it worse? She acted confused when the family fell apart. Girl, you were there. You saw what was happening. You benefited from it. But you want to act shocked that other wives said enough? Robyn's narrative requires us to believe she's completely oblivious to her own life. That she didn't notice preferential treatment. That she thought this arrangement was normal and healthy. I don't buy it. I think Robyn knew exactly what was happening and was content to let it continue as long as she benefited. It's too late for damage control. Choices have been made, damage done. No amount of tears will change what happened to this family. Robyn can cry in every confessional, can say she misses other wives, lament lost family unity, insist she never wanted this. But actions speak louder than words. She stood silently while Cody emotionally abandoned Mary, said nothing while he neglected Janelle, offered no support when he discarded Christine. Through it all, she benefited from their suffering while positioning herself as another victim. That's not someone who cares about family well-being. That's someone content maintaining status quo as long as it benefits them. Christine found happiness with David Woolley. Janelle's focusing on healing. Mary's dealt with this dysfunction for decades. But Robyn? She stuck with Cody, and that might be ultimate karma. Men like Cody don't respect women who enable their bad behavior. Without other wives as buffers, Cody and Robyn will face reality of their relationship. Something tells me that reality won't be as pretty as Robyn imagined. What bothers me most, and tell me if you agree in comments, is how this reflects broader patterns. The person benefiting from toxic systems often claims loudest victim status. Robyn spent years benefiting from inequality while crying about how hard it was for her. Got advantages while claiming to mourn others' disadvantages. When called out, acted unfairly attacked. Some might think I'm too harsh on Robyn. Everyone's entitled to opinions. That's what comments are for. But I've watched this family for years. Seen pain in Christine's eyes, frustration in Janelle's voice, isolation in Mary's demeanor. Watched 3 women lose themselves competing for scraps of attention from a man who'd already chosen. And watched Robyn benefit from their pain while positioning herself as just another victim. The sister wives tell-all gave us confirmation. Robyn knew she was favorite, benefited from it, and was content maintaining that position regardless of cost to everyone else. The mask finally slipped, and what we found wasn't pretty. All right, gorgeous viewers, that's all the tea for today. I need to know what you think. Is Robyn the villain she appears to be? Let me know in comments. I read every single one. If you enjoyed this Sister Wives deep dive, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more reality TV tea. With these shows, there's always more drama brewing. See you gorgeous humans next video.
Bye.